Pass auf, es heißt.
Ja, es heißt es? Ah, danke schön.
Ja. Haben Sie gewählt? Was?
Ja, ich habe. Ja.
Ja. So ein Süps?
Nein, das ist alles für uns. Danke schön.
Ah, sehr gut.
Dankeschön.
Bitte sehr.
Oh, baby, it's breathtaking. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you'd love it once you got up here.
I didn't even mind the cable ride so much. Hey, but when we go down, don't start fooling around with the door, all right?
Sweetheart, I saw that the latch was open, and I was just making sure that we were secure.
It locks automatically. That's what the guy down at the bottom told me.
Yeah, well, see, you know more about the mountain than I do. So when do you want to ski down it? How about tomorrow?
All right. Take it nice and easy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I plan on taking it nice and easy myself.
Hi, Chief.
This better be good.
It is.
Sit down.
Thank you.
Gunther Wagner case, huh? What have you got?
Exhibit A. A letter from Gunther Wagner to Nora Fulton, otherwise known as Roxanne. Gunther reports in that letter that he got an extraordinary sum of money from Sky Whitney to play a little practical joke on some guy in Monticello. It was obviously Gavin Wiley.
Hey, this looks promising.
Promising? It's dynamite. It proves that Sky put him up to it.
Put him up to what?
Faking Gunther's death to scare the hell out of Gavin. Look, Chief, Sky got Gunther to put blanks in Gavin's gun. The gun went off in a struggle. Gunther played dead. Gavin went out to get help. Sky came in, replaced the blanks with live ammunition, pointed the gun at Gunther, and blew him away.
But why? What was the motive?
I don't know. Maybe it was blackmail. But it was the perfect frame-up to hang Gavin for everything.
You know, the way you tell that, it would account for the disparity between Gavin's story of having shot Gunther at close range and Doc Kavanaugh's forensic evidence that says he was shot at a distance.
Exactly.
It's interesting, and you tied some loose ends together, but this is not enough for me to accuse Whitney of murder.
Well, what do you want? It's the only possible way it could have happened.
Well, that may be, and it's an interesting theory, but I got here a letter that says Whitney was going to pay Gunther some money to play a practical joke on somebody. How am I going to prove that somebody was Gavin Wiley?
I don't know. It's obvious enough to me.
Well, I need something more obvious. Some forensic evidence, for example. This is not enough for me to take to the DA.
Well, what do you need to convince you?
You don't have to convince me, but I have to convince the district attorney.
Okay, what does the district attorney need? A confession?
Confession would be nice.
Okay, Chief, I've got an idea. Why don't you send me to Switzerland? I'll confront Sky Whitney with all the evidence we have. I'll bring him back here to face it if necessary.
Tyler, are you out of your mind? What do you think you're going to do? Just walk up to Whitney in some little Swiss street and say, "Excuse me, Mr. Whitney, you may not remember me, but I'm Detective Damian Tyler from Monticello. I have here a confession I'd like you to sign." He'll laugh in your face.
Chief, if I don't confront him with this now and he hears about it, he'll be gone. I mean, he'll disappear off the face of the earth.
Tyler, I cannot let you waltz off to Switzerland, not on this piece of evidence.
Well, you're not going to let this thing die now.
No, I'm not going to let it die. We'll have to dig a little deeper, you and me.
Chief, that's not enough. We've got to have the man himself.
Tyler, I can't let you go. It'd be illegal.
We've got the sleigh ride at 9. I thought we ought to have breakfast before we leave.
Oh, yeah. I want a big breakfast. I want eggs and bratwurst and potatoes and pancakes.
Well, you may have to settle for coffee and croissants, dear, unless we get into town within, well, about an hour.
I'll be ready. I'll be ready. You know, this is the first time in my life I don't mind getting up in the morning. I used to think that only roosters and peasants did that. What's the matter?
Nothing.
Yes, there is. There's something the matter. I can tell.
Well, I almost didn't wake you just now. You seem to be having such an interesting dream.
Oh, I don't remember it, but it must have been about you.
No, I don't think so. You see, you were mentioning the name Damian.
I was?
Mm-hmm. Maybe I shouldn't have woken you. Maybe it was just getting interesting.
Oh, no. It wasn't that kind of a dream.
I thought you said you couldn't remember it.
Well, I remember a little of it now. It took place in the mansion.
Damian was in our house. Looking very much at home?
No, baby, it wasn't anything like that. There's nothing, really.
Despite a late rally, stocks ended up on the downside, with the weakest being energy-related stocks. The Dow Jones average was off 3 cents on the New York Exchange, 2 cents on the American. That's the business news, and here's the local report at 5 minutes past midnight. From Monticello Police Headquarters, the report of an attempted escape and shooting. A prisoner, Rupert Chummy Davis, seized the firearm of a police detective and fired at point-blank range, but he was quickly apprehended by other police in the vicinity. The wounded officer was Detective Damian Tyler, who only 3 weeks ago was the victim of another criminal assault during an investigation. There's a rumor, still unconfirmed, that tonight's shooting was related to that case, which resulted in the arrest of New York underworld figure Eddie Lorimer. As yet, there is no word on Detective Tyler's condition.
I just want to tell you one thing.
What's that?
I have never, ever loved a man as much as I love you. And you've made me so happy. And I just want you to know that.
I do.
Ja. Grüß Gott, What he just said was that he and his wife felt that they were as happy as we looked when they first got married. Yeah. See the big smiles on their faces?
Yes. Someday we'll be that old.
Yep.
Never.
The brakes on.
Whoa, we are right on the edge. The edge. So strange lately, though.
Well, a lot of it has to do with being back here where it all began. You can understand that.
But I mean, when we were back in Monticello, you seemed so preoccupied with something.
Well, every time I turned around, there was another police officer at the door, for one thing.
I know.
That Tyler on my tail, well, I think I've seen the last of him. I certainly hope so.
But now you're back to...
Enjoy the mountains and the trees and the air. Drink it all in, as I am. I want so much for us to be happy.